I'm Lauren Small, and today we're going to do a hamstring and glute exercise using the therapy ball. So I'm going to have Ashley, my apprentice, helping us again. We're going to start her lying down on her back, soles of the feet on the ball, and we're just going to start with some hip rolls up and down. So I want the knees squeezing together tight through the midline. The arms are going to be reaching down long by her sides to keep her shoulders out of this exercise. I'm going to have her start tilting her tailbone up to the ceiling, firing up the glutes, and she's just going to slowly roll up and then slowly roll back down, one vertebrae at a time. And again, we tilt the tailbone up and lift, and we exhale, roll back down. Keep going, Ashley. As we're working, we want to make sure that the ball doesn't move an inch. The further away from you the ball gets, the less you're working in your hamstrings. So you want to make sure it stays close to the glutes so that we keep the work happening right back here. She also wants to be sure that at the top, she's not exploding the rib cage. So I'm going to tilt her up and lift, keeping that rib cage closed, and roll back down. We can inhale as we come up, and then exhale as we come down, so we really keep the abdominals intact. We'll do one more, and all the way back down. You can do about 10 reps of those or until fatigue. For the second part, we're going to change the shape of the legs a little bit. I want her to open to a second position, and the soles of the feet are going to face each other like they're clapping. What this does is it changes the exercise from behind the hamstrings to the external rotators. That's a problem area for a lot of women, so we really want to target right up in there. So she's going to do the same exercise. We're going to tilt the tailbone up and roll through the back, and then exhale, roll back down. Every time you roll up, you want to make sure you're rolling sequentially through each vertebrae. Try and catch every part of your back onto the mat and off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. So Ashley, tilt that tailbone a little bit deeper on the way up and then roll, exactly. And exhale, roll back down. Same key points on this exercise. Keep going, Ash. We don't want to let the ball move at all, and we want to keep the rib cage nice and melted down into the mat the whole time. Keeping it from exploding, we'll come all the way down, hold it right there. Good job. All right, we'll bring the knees together for the next exercise. Stretch the legs out completely, and you want the ball kind of resting right underneath where your ankles and your calves meet. This one we're going to start by rolling the hips up, and she's going to hold in this upside down plank position. Now squeezing the knees together towards the midline, she's going to pull the ball towards her bottom. Then she'll push it back out and then roll down the spine. 4 separate equal parts. We'll try it again. Lift those hips. Keep the knees together as you bend, pulling the ball in. Push it back out and lower back down. Control is key on this exercise, keeping it moving. Come all the way back in. That ball is going to want to roll all over the place. So the tighter you keep your knees, the more control you're going to have over it. Pull it in, push it out, lower it down. We'll do one more. Come on up. This is the glutes. Here's the hamstrings right here. Push it back out and lower it down. For the next one, we're going to take a variation on that. We're going to turn it more into a single leg exercise. So I'm going to have Ashley raise her hips one more time. And this time, she's going to lift her right leg up over her head as she pulls the ball in with her left leg and push it back out. Same leg. We're going to stay on the same side and push it back out. And again, kick it up and push it out. So the kicking of the leg is going to help propel her to pull the ball in. Still working deeply into the left hamstring. We'll do one more. Kick it up and push it back out. I'm going to have her release down before she takes the other side. Take a little breath. We'll take the other side now. Hips rolling up. And now she's going to take her left leg and kick it up over her head as she pulls the ball in with her right leg. Trying to keep the foot on the ball as we come in. The more you go on your toes, the more you're going to feel it in that calf. So if you keep it in the heel, you're going to keep it out of the calf, which can tend to cramp a little bit. We'll do one more right here. Kick over and all the way back out. Nicely done. All the way down with those hips. Good job. All right, for our last exercise, we're going to focus on the adductors or the inner thighs. She's going to take the ball and put it in her hands. Her legs are going to start in an up position in a V. And she's going to toss that ball carefully towards her legs and catch it right between them. Then drop it back to those hands. And again, toss and catch, and drop back to the hands. We'll do about 10 reps of this. And after about the third or fourth one, you can really start to feel those inner thighs engaging. Last one here, we're going to hold. She's going to get a good grip on it between those legs. I want her to place her hands underneath her sacrum so it stays out of her back. And right here, she can lift her head if she wants to, and we're gonna start squeezing that ball, really getting those inner thighs fired up. Good. Every time you squeeze, give me an exhale. Tummy a little bit tighter. We'll do 3 more. Give me 3, nice, 2, and 1. She'll take her hands slowly out from underneath her sacrum, give the ball back to her hands, and release.